Nathan Fielder's genius revealed itself once again during his astonishing Thursday appearance on CNN. It wasn't just an interview, it was performance, commentary, comedy, and theater all woven into one surreal broadcast moment. He didn't come to promote a show. He came to inhabit a role. Wearing a pilot's uniform and maintaining a stoic, straight-faced demeanor, Fielder transformed a routine media stop into an art piece that blurred the line between parody and authenticity. For the uninitiated, this may have looked confusing. But for fans familiar with his work, it was another layer added to the rich, elaborate tapestry of Fielder's creative universe. This isn't a man who does normal interviews. Nathan Fielder is always operating at a different frequency, far removed from the traditional comedian's approach. He doesn't just tell jokes. He constructs social experiments wrapped in humor and bathed in ambiguity. Nathan For You, his first breakout series, demonstrated his love for absurd setups with sharp undercurrents of truth. It set the stage for everything to come. Then came The Rehearsal, a project so deep, so layered, it defies categorization. It isn't quite reality TV, it isn't fully scripted, and yet it's more real than most documentaries. Season 2 of The Rehearsal pushed the envelope even further, taking viewers into emotional territory few shows dared to approach. And now, fresh off the finale, Fielder appeared on CNN. But this wasn't just PR. It was a continuation of the performance. He stayed in character the entire time, not as himself, but as a 737 pilot. A man supposedly deeply concerned with airline safety and inter-cockpit communication. It was confusing. It was captivating. It was unforgettable. There was no wink to the camera. No sign he'd step out of character and let the audience off the hook. He was there, fully immersed in the role, warning of miscommunication between pilots as though the world depended on this awareness. Was it satire? Was it sincere? As with all things Fielder, the answer isn't clear. And that's precisely the point. In a media landscape overflowing with predictable content, Fielder challenges us to think. To question, to watch closely. This CNN appearance wasn't an act, it was an extension of the art. The way he sat, the tone of his voice, the urgency with which he spoke about pilot protocols, it was all designed with meticulous care. There's brilliance in the discomfort he creates. He understands silence better than most comedians understand timing. Nathan's comedy is not for the impatient. It's for those willing to sit in the tension and wait for meaning to bloom. His performance on CNN wasn't funny in the traditional sense. It was unnerving, which, in his world, is often funnier. The reactions online came fast and loud. Some viewers praised the moment as genius. Others were baffled, but almost no one was indifferent. And that's the real magic. He made people feel something: confusion, awe, admiration, even annoyance. He forced engagement in a passive media culture. Fielder isn't playing the same game as everyone else. He's rewriting the rules in real time. While most comedians chase punchlines, Nathan chases implications. He plays the long game. Each appearance, each episode, each awkward pause, it's part of a grander scheme. And that scheme always comes back to the human condition. To how we pretend, rehearse, lie, and try to be honest all at once. His concern about pilot safety wasn't just absurdism. It was a metaphor, a reflection of how little we understand the systems we trust. We board planes, we trust the pilots, but do we really know what happens in that cockpit? Fielder's simulation, his flying of a 737 with 100 actors on board, was both a stunt and a serious statement. It asked a very basic but important question: are we rehearsing for the wrong things in life? What happens when the people in control are rehearsing their roles just as much as we are? And if everyone's pretending, then what is real? This isn't a comedy you laugh at once and forget. It lingers. It sticks with you days later. You begin to wonder if your own daily interactions are part of someone else's elaborate rehearsal. You question sincerity. You look at authority differently. You even second-guess your own identity. That's the depth Nathan brings to the table. It's not comedy for easy laughs, it's a mirror held uncomfortably close. On CNN, that mirror reflected the face of a fake pilot making real points. Fielder's deadpan delivery elevated the moment from entertainment to art. He spoke of airline tragedies, of miscommunication, of consequences. And in doing so, he quietly held the entire broadcast hostage. No one dared interrupt. No one could quite figure out what was happening. It was subtle domination. He controlled the tone, the tempo, the narrative. Even the anchors seemed unsure whether they were in on the joke or the punchline themselves. And when it ended, Viewers were left with more questions than answers. Was it all scripted? How far was too far? Was there even a boundary to cross? The internet exploded with theories, analyses, and hot takes. Memes emerged within minutes. Clips spread across Twitter, TikTok, Reddit. Everyone wanted a piece of the moment. Because deep down, we all recognized we'd just witnessed something rare. Not just television, but a live act of performance art. On a major news network. In prime time, it wasn't just another celebrity interview. It was a conversation with a character who may or may not exist. And therein lies Nathan Fielder's unmatched genius. He doesn't just create content, he creates questions. And he never offers easy answers. He leaves you wondering what's real and what's not. But maybe, in today's world, that's the most honest comedy there is. This wasn't just promotion. It was provocation, an intellectual ambush disguised as a publicity tour. A strange, beautiful moment where comedy, anxiety, truth, and fiction danced on live television. It belongs in a museum, or maybe in a philosophy class. But for now, it lives on the internet, looping forever, endlessly dissected, and never fully understood. Nathan Fielder doesn't need a laugh track. He needs a syllabus. Because every word, every pause, every stunt, it's all part of the lesson. And if you're paying attention, you realize something vital: the joke isn't on us. The joke is us.